We recently put out an extended version of a video from a year ago where we broke into the no-fly zones of Lorville and drove a few different kinds of ground vehicle around inside the city. The challenge was to reach the business district, and under the old version of restricted areas, we were able to pull this off. The restricted area could reliably be circumvented though, and once we figured out how, it was mostly plain sailing to drive around Lorville. But following on from that successful experiment, many commenters were asking if the same could be done at Area 18 on ArcCorp. Area 18 was a much more difficult location even back then, and what's more, restricted areas have undergone some changes since last year as well. Altered from just steering your ship away if you wind up inside them, to now teleporting you back to the spaceport if you get too far inside. But how robust is the system? Well, that's what Vlad and me set out to test on the first session of experimentation. You are 800 meters away. Let's assume 100 meter range on the tractor beam. That's an assumption. We could get a vehicle 700 meters above. We have to survive a drop of 800 meters, basically. And just to demonstrate how exactly restricted areas presently work, I take the fast travel back to the spaceport. The first thing we wanted to test was simply dropping vehicles into Area 18.
Vehicle select. Your vehicle has been please visit.
Science is in the air. Can you feel it?
Yep.
How would the restricted zone respond to empty vehicles being dropped in from a height? We were on our way to Lyria to load up the Caterpillar.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System.
Now, normally I'd suggest using the smallest vehicles you have available for something like this, PTVs, STVs and the Apoa Nox. But as we were simply straight dropping these into Area 18 Town Square with no traversal expected, I was going with some Cyclone.
I have one Cyclone. Let's see what I got. I have the TR.
I was on my way to the tractor beam station to get the ship loaded.
It looks pretty good. Go out a little bit.
Rotate it a bit.
Yeah, that's perfect right there, yeah. So it does follow like a little arc as you pull in, it goes closer. So when we line these up, we should probably line them up with the struts, I guess. That'll be better. Alright, yeah, that's actually perfect. Oh.
Can we zoom with this? Oh, we can zoom as well, okay. That's actually really helpful. Didn't even realise it. Great.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. Alright. Yeah, looks good. That's like right in the middle right there.
Okay.
You're perfect. Alright.
That was really easy to do, you know what I mean? These tractor beams make it so much easier. With 4 vehicles loaded, we were on our way back to Area 18. We should at least try and drop one to see if it like disappears or explodes or something.
Okay.
When we made it back to the city, Vlad would head for the ArcCorp Plaza Square to observe from below, and I would be using the tractor beams to drop the Cyclones down, hopefully all the way to him.
Almost over, about right there.
I'm going to the tractor beam now. Okay, I'm in the tractor beam.
Okay.
Yeah, it does work. Pointing it down. Let me see if I can see your marker. I do see a marker, okay. Oh, I lost it. I was not sure if it dropped or just vanished.
You know, I mean, I don't know where it went, but it's definitely not down here.
Okay, if I point straight down right now, I'm over the hologram. So I think I might need to come a little bit further forward again. Looks like I should be above you now. Cyclone coming out. This time I'm zoomed in.
I see it. I see it. Yep.
Releasing. Still there.
It's floating. Yeah, I see it. Yep. Oh, 500, 400, 300.
Oh.
And it disappeared.
It vanished. Wow.
Yeah.
So they do. The vehicles just vanish then if they get too close. Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Cyclones, at least, do indeed vanish when they get too close to the plaza below. And this means simply dropping one in from above will not work. It's fun though. The tractor beam is really reliable. I was scaling the ArcCorp tower with the goal of landing on top of it. The roof of ArcCorp. There'll be a bit of overhang, but... As I set the ship down, Vlad would point out to me that this rooftop was 1,700 meters above the streets below.
It's 1,700 meters from me.
Wow, that's a very tall building.
Yeah.
While up here, I would notice that there is a traversable protrusion extending away from the rooftop platform. It's like an overhang, got access to it. There's steps and everything. I did get an idea while I was up here. Oh, I thought of an idea. Like, maybe we can't get a PTV down into the city. But driving one out along that beam overhanging the city would also be a fun thing to do. And so I set about driving the STV off the Caterpillar before realising that this cargo bay was overhanging the roof by quite a lot. Good thing I didn't drive out because both sides of where the STV is parked are over the edge of the building. I was heading back to the bridge to move the ship when it dawned on me that I could just use the tractor beam for this as well. Oh, I just thought of an idea. I don't need to move I actually don't need to move the ship. All I've got to do is move the STV a little closer and I can use the tractor beam to get it out. Tractor beams paying for themselves already, you know? Got it. The beam I wanted to drive along was on the other side of the Caterpillar, so I'd need to head down and drive it manually once it was off the ship. Okay. And I check in with Laz, who was still in the streets down below. Where are you right now?
I'm at the front of it.
I see. Okay, cool. The stairs here were proving to be an awkward obstacle for the STV, but once again the tractor beam of the Caterpillar could solve this problem for us. Wait, you can see it from like grounds down below?
Yeah.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, because the headlights are still there.
You can skip a lot of that by just using like tractor beam. Yeah, okay, good, that worked. That worked much better than I expected it to, wow. So now the STV was out here, we could drive along this beam overhanging the city. I'm gonna risk getting out. I didn't fall. The beam became a pole and I was going to continue on foot. It's getting thin now. I needed to make it back again as well though. Just climb over the top of this. Leave the STV there as a monument. By now, Vlad had joined me on the roof, and rather than leave the STV, we'd use the tractor beam to recover it. So, a very scenic drop-off point, I imagine. You have to bring it in low, because there's the walkway as well, so bring it in low. With our little detour over and a new day dawning, Arathon and I were heading out to load up the caterpillar again. Nomad was on the way to meet us, and today we'd be attacking from a different angle, trying to beat the restricted zone, the spaceport. I seem to recall that there was a time when ground vehicles would clip through the windows of stations, and while it was a long shot, I wanted to try to use the tractor beam to do the same at the spaceport windows at Area 18. We were gearing up for a lot more experimentation today, and so a lot more than 4 vehicles would be needed. Really, the PTV is the one you really want. Failing that, a Nox, and failing that, an STV. Nomad was pulling a large number of PTVs and STVs for today, and I'd be moving the vehicles on board the ship while Arathon sorted them into position once inside.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You're going for a ride, Arathon.
I guess so. Don't grab me.
And you can just grab the vehicles right off the Platinum Bay pads. Oh my god, I can just grab it straight off the pad, by the way.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh my lord. That's so cool. Okay.
Arathon, if you jump on the other track beam, so we can speed this up a lot. so many PTVs on board.
It looks clean. Okay, I think I know what the problem is.
But not all of our PTVs had made it on board in one piece. Oh, this one's lost the wheel, that's... oh. So we dumped the broken PTV and it was about time to have a drink, which Nomad was happy to provide. X marks the spot type things.
I've got a gift for you right behind the seat.
Ooh, nice, thank you. Oh, thank you, that's
Am I
amazing.
invisible to you?
Yes, thank you. And you can stack them on top of each other as well. When the when this command pod is detachable, like you'd be able to position like that lower tractor beam basically wherever you needed it, right? It's going to be incredibly convenient to move things on and off the ship then.
Yep, that's good.
Loading up was a long process and would not pass without a little action. The one next to Arathon, basically. Ooh, we're taking fire.
Why are we taking fire?
I don't know, but I'm going to jump in the pilot seat.
NPC, I saw an NPC come in. Like on my way in. I could jump over to my Gladius.
Yes, definitely, yeah.
Oh, that's the wrong button.
We're in armistice, aren't we? The bullets can't do damage to us anyway. Is that right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
We would still take to the skies to eliminate the attacking ship, an NPC cutlass that had strayed out to this mining outpost.
Just powering up now. Got him now.
Shield system is hit.
Yeah, it's with
There we go. Man, geez, those turrets are no joke.
Are you coming aboard with us? No, would you want to stay in the...
I could just follow you.
Okay, cool. Area 18, yeah, that's the one.
Alright.
So we were travelling again with what now appeared to be a busted door and a vehicle precariously positioned. The one STV is like hanging outside of the ship still. And on arrival we'd be heading for the spaceport, not to land but to take up a position outside of the observation window. Tyrant VC was on the inside to guide us down.
You look directly at me.
I'm looking at you through the window.
We're perfect right now, I think. Okay, let me get out of the pilot's seat. Leave this on a hover by here.
Right, do you want me to move a vehicle like to the edge to make it easier to get to or to grab?
As a test, I'm gonna try the STV at the end that's, you know, hanging out of the ship anyway. I think that's a good first test of this idea.
Yeah.
Again, the initial test here was whether vehicles would clip through the glass. So,
Looks like you fell.
2953, the year we got flying cars.
okay, so at the moment it does look like the collision is working, but what about on the top part there?
Oh, weird. I can. Oh, those are windows
Yeah.
too. I'm like, how can you see it still?
I'll check it there a second.
Welcome to your new home, Steve.
Okay, now is there any point of these windows where it can clip through? Star Citizen science requires a lot of testing, for example different points on the windows themselves, and while this approach would be fruitless, it was only through this testing that we would find our promising lead. Oh, wait, it clipped in a little bit, it clipped it in. Okay, hang on.
It's inside the side people.
The STV had clipped into the wall above the window, and I still had control of it with the tractor beam.
Oh, I see it. It's half through the text. Oh, wow. Question is, will it fall through once it's all the way in?
Still got it, it's still there. Oh, it dropped below, it dropped lower.
Yeah, I see it, but it's like up. It's up above, but I can see its marker.
Okay.
It's all the way up here.
Okay, that one's been lost, sadly, but let's try a PTV. Going above seemed promising. Let's see if we can find a way to get it into that gap again. It's going forward. Not too far inside the wall was a horizontal beam at about the wheel height of the PTV. A little rotation with the tractor beam would see the PTV through. Oh, I lost it, but can I grab it again?
I can actually see it, but it's like up on the rails.
But we knew where to push the testing now. So that's kind of proof of concept. This will work. It just, we got to find the right spot for it.
So, you know, like so you have the window I'm standing at, and then
Yeah.
right above you see like there's like some grids or bars on that window. It looks like that on the other side. There's just no window there. I wonder if you might be able to reach through the texture on that side.
Maybe having a driver in the vehicle would help. Arathorn,
Yep.
how brave are you feeling today?
Oh, I'm not worried about my incorporeal character dying, so.
If you were in a PTV and we forced it into that gap, like we did there, you would
Yep.
then have agency to be able to move it around in that weird plane there and see if you could find a hole into the spaceport itself.
Okay. Yeah, let me hop in one of these.
It turns out there are some keybinds that do not work in combination with a flight stick, only the mouse.
Until you get it where you want it. Persons could just kill me trying to go through that.
Did not mean to do that, I'm sorry. For some reason, holding R and using a stick doesn't do the rotation. Only the mouse does.
The new tractor beam assault vehicle.
It's going to be a bit disconcerting for you, Arthur, and I'm sorry.
This whole thing's very disconcerting.
Like on that spot, if you were to
There we
drag.
go. Okay.
there
Okay.
you go.
There
He's
we
into
go.
the first bit, okay. And then what I did then was I used R to rotate over the second bit. There you go, it's forward. And then I kind of drop you down like that. And then from where
Something
you're
just
at
fell.
right now.
There goes a wheel.
Oh no, did you lose the wheel?
Yeah, I'm next to another vehicle, right? Maybe?
It sounded like you lost the wheel.
Looking at a PTV wheel right here in the corridor.
Unfortunately for Arathorn, he'd also be stuck in the fall-in animation upon leaving the PTV as well. Okay, so let's see if you
weird
can...
collision state. It just shows me falling.
Oh no! But as we tested, we were slowly learning a process. Okay, I'm going to try a little further along with the next one. As I was moving the PTV, Siren would make a very useful observation.
It looks like you push it at an angle through that. You see how you're kind of at an angle, like a 45-degree angle from the opening that you're using?
Maybe if
Yeah.
you push the caterpillar forward, you can go at a 90-degree angle and have more, space.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's actually a really good idea. Let's try that. So we'd move the caterpillar to get the tractor beams more in line with the windows.
A little bit more. As a target.
Oh wow, that is a much better angle. Yeah, that was a brilliant idea. Thank you, Simon. And thinking about the interior layout of the spaceport would become more important as we pushed further inside. As it goes through there, okay. And release it. I might have gone over the elevators. I don't know. You see it? I should have aimed more for the corridor. As I was releasing it, I thought, oh yeah, I probably put that one too far. So you're under it now, Nomad, basically. But I've got to do the little rotation and then shift it forward. Okay. It's moving.
Oh. It went past and saw it go forward, and then it disappeared.
Did I push it too far, or did it literally fall through the floor and everything?
It went past the wall of the corridor and then fell.
Oh, okay.
I'm standing at the bulkhead threshold.
Okay, cool. So that's 70 meters, okay. So we'll try another one. So we were aiming to place them between 70 and 88 meters away, which coincides with the elevator corridors. So they're like little lip now. So if I rotate it up, it starts to move forward like by itself. 50 meters. Okay, I'm dropping it.
Oh, it just fell in. No, hang on. Never mind. It glitched back up. I was like, oh, it's coming.
Oh.
But it is under the metal grates there. It's just hanging on a ledge on the ceiling. The closest we've gotten so far.
It's progress, right? We're making progress. We were sending an STV in with Tyrant on board. This is going to be an unusual experience. I apologise, Tyrant. Good, okay, it's in. Okay, there we go. I'd release Tyrant right after clearing the horizontal beam. Okay, I've got to let go of you now because I can't stop you moving forward. Oh!
And he just fell inside.
Yeah!
He's upside down.
Okay, alright, okay. I'm going to land this thing. I'll come in there and we can have some fun. We'd successfully placed an STV into the spaceport. There was just one problem though. This STV was upside down. Oh my god. Wait, if this vehicle had landed the right way up... It's the wheel from the other...
Yeah. Whoa.
Wow. We'd make some attempts to right the STV, but you're relying on unintended physics interactions with other objects at this point, and no matter how many were placed nearby, there was really little hope that we would be able to overturn this STV.
That was weird.
Maybe if someone jumps on top and stands on a wheel and give the wheels some traction.
Come on, physics. Act like physics.
But one such random interaction would occur. Try getting out and back in again, because it might, is the hood open?
Whoa.
Ooh.
Whoa.
It's going.
Oh, okay. This was as far as this attempt was going to go though. So I think if we can't get the tractor beam, this one's kind of like stuck. But I do think we'll have more luck with more vehicles if we want to grab more vehicles as well. Yeah. Before setting off to load up the caterpillar again, we'd stop by Astro Armada to pick up a handful of PTVs, STVs and NOCs for further testing.
Did you buy extra?
Then it was back to Lyria to load up.
How many PTVs were you putting in a single bay? Just
I think we get 6, I think.
Holy.
And it was during this mass vehicle loading that we discovered the new Temporal Storm is too wide for the Valkyrie.
That looks way bigger than a size 3. Well, maybe it's just the barrel. Nah, it looks like it's gonna be too wide.
I'm gonna pull up these. This time we'd be loading up considerably more vehicles. I'm gonna fill this one with PTVs.
I will start moving my
I got a PTV on the pad there.
do.
Make sure we get everything on
I'm
board.
just moving these STVs.
Stuff lined up here.
Around the back.
Good work. Okay, I'll go back up there. Soon, space was becoming limited.
Don't know if this is gonna fit.
No? Do you want me to move it over to the next, Okay,
Yeah, I'll do. A minute, but yeah.
Let me know when it's, like, clear below you.
Go further a bit away. There should be it.
Yeah? Okay.
What do you think?
Looks like that's everything.
I think so.
Alright.
With the bays all full, it was back to Riker Memorial Spaceport for us.
Back to ArcCorp.
What would be really helpful is if the city marker is moved over the spaceport of each of the locations. I don't know what Astro Armada's return policy is, but we are returning some vehicles. So, I'll grab this from here for a moment. Getting the PTV inside on its wheels would be a huge step towards victory. There we go.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, there we go. Okay, good. It's gone in. Okay,
Drop it?
good.
Wait,
Wait,
not
no,
yet,
I
not
can't.
yet.
Yeah, it's still above the. Yeah.
So it's almost like once you get it right through and then you drop it.
Drop.
Where did it land? Oh, it's in!
Okay, good. Okay.
It just fell to the floor.
Is it upright?
It's on fire, but it's upright.
Okay. Does it function?
Yeah, it's letting me drive it. I can't.
Dropping it.
Oh, that one fell too.
Nice.
And it's on its side.
And by now I was confident we could repeat the process with some reliability. So we'd be heading back inside to make use of the two working PTV now in the spaceport. Yeah,
Can't
look
get in the
at
elevator.
this. You sure that's on fire?
It is on fire for me, but that might be just a visual glitch. Is it not for you?
I think I see it underneath the rear. Is it underneath the rear end? Is that where the fire is for you?
Yeah.
Let's see how far we can make it then.
Oh, the stairs could be a problem.
Now, just like in Lorville, we'd have some obstacles to cross.
Bit of in between. A little bit of extra light there.
You know, these are the parts that were tricky in Lorville. We've got to get the wheels to grip on them and over them. And my first attempt would be very unsuccessful.
And then just roll over it.
These ones are a lot less accommodating. Okay.
Oh. You want a bump?
Yeah, give me a bump actually. Yeah, that'd be great. A little more.
Right back.
The problem is now you've got to do it without a bump.
He's got it.
Oh my god! Oh my god, didn't even struggle. Amazing.
Come at me.
There'll be two more like here coming up now and that's it then. Then we're free and clear onto the tram. Try and line it up a little bit more. Okay, go from there.
Okay.
Go for it.
Boost. Come on.
Yeah! Oh!
It's gone. It's nearly gone. There we go.
There we go.
Okay, cool.
Alright.
Let's see your skill. You are damn. If I come around here, I'm going to give you a little hook bump.
There it is.
Nope,
Got it.
don't even need
Let's
it.
go first. We have one more terminal, or?
No, I think it's just the tram now. In Lorville, once we had vehicles in the pedestrian area of the city, we could go wherever the PTVs would physically fit. But as we were about to see, the new restricted areas are everywhere.
Oh,
what?
I just teleported out. I'm back at.
No! Oh, I saw you as well. You got onto the actual platform. It despawned. Oh no. There really was nothing left to do but try it for myself. For science, we may as well see how far this will go. Oh yeah, halfway down the stairs.
At least we got that far.
We made progress, and we got to use the tractor beams a lot. So that's good.
But DIG just decided to make it not as fun.
I know, right? Imagine how much fun that would have been getting on the trams there, and dude's got his gun out. The guard here's got his gun out and everything. There is another area that we can potentially attack from, and that is the Bevic Convention Center. So with a ton of vehicles still on board, we were heading to the Bevic Convention Center to try dropping them in there as well.
So, how much room do you think you'll need to drop?
I'll do is get as close to above you as possible.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this is much better. Oh yeah, that is much better. Wow. Okay. So let me just zoom in. Oh, I lost it.
Off it goes. Uh-oh. Off it goes. Bye, car.
It didn't vanish though. It didn't vanish. Like that's...
Okay, that's a good sign. Pull it back a tiny bit and then drop it.
The second attempt would be much closer.
Okay, that looks like it should clear all the building. Yeah.
There we go.
Let's see if I was right.
Yeah, but I get
Nope, it landed.
Oh.
Off it goes. It hit the building. I didn't think it would.
After seeing 2 vehicles drop without them vanishing, our hopes were high for a third attempt. Here we go. Can you see it? Can you see the beam and everything?
I can. Okay. It's hard to tell if I'm exactly under it, but you look like you were a lot better off than before. Okay, I'm gonna just step out of the way just in case I was right. Something fell straight down.
Oh, it
and
vanished.
Yeah, I'm committed.
Oh my god.
It looked like it was gonna land though.
Yeah.
Should I move this other one back in then?
One thing had definitely been confirmed, and that is that the tram stations in particular are instant vehicle despawn zones. The tram stations, at least certainly, seem to be an instant vanishing point.
What other places are there in Area 18 then?
Okay.
On the third session, our Thorn was back, and we were setting out this time with Nox on board. Nox exhibits some unique properties in the context of these tests, but we'd only realise that later on. By now, getting a vehicle into the spaceport itself was relatively easy.
Stanton's capital.
There it is.
Whatever your transaction, we wish you a benefit.
So here's where it'll either... Yeah, it vanished. Also, there is another Nox up there in the ceilings. Oh, I can see it! We were also setting out to do some drop tests into the city, but this time using the bridges between the Plaza and Astro Armada. Aiming at you and sending full gusto. Releasing.
Alright.
Something strange would happen with the Nox. Oh. Looks like it stopped. You got stuck on something? Okay. This one's gonna go a little bit further out. There we
Second
go.
one's coming down
Okay.
fast.
Good.
Let me see if it stops at... It stopped at the same spot.
Oh,
other
okay,
one
that's
did.
weird. That's
Five-
really strange, isn't it? Wow.
Yeah, 573.
Maybe they've added some geometry there because this is the tram route. Maybe. I could relocate over the square and we give it one last go over the square. Pushing the end of the beam. Okay, it's released.
And stopped. Just like the other ones.
Yeah, that's weird.
585 or something.
So the Nox did not vanish when dropped. Rather, it seemed to hit a floor of invisible geometry some height above the streets below. I was planning to jump the Nox off of the ArcCorp Plaza roof to the square below to see if it interacted with this invisible plane that the other Nox had landed on, and for the second time I would be traversing this beam, but this time not to return. Oh,
I see a Nox above me here.
It's so misty down below. It's hard to tell when I'm above the square and when I'm not. Like you might have to let me know how far out I need to go.
Yeah, I mean the problem is there's stuff. The building's back farther from the square, so.
If I go out onto this beam, will I be overshooting it? Is I guess the question.
I don't think so.
Oh. No. The bike does not like that. Really, all that was left was to just do it. Okay, here we go. I'm committing. Warnings. Oh, building. Oh. I can influence the direction. Okay. Oh my god, this is like skydiving. But the fun would be cut short. Oh, wait. Oh no, it teleported me.
Oh, I did. Okay. Yeah, I saw you. You just passed the...
That was cool. Honestly, it was like base jumping or something. At this point, we could reflect on what we'd learned through all of this. Yeah, it's a shame it's so... I mean, I get why it is. Like, I know that they've got to, like, protect these areas because otherwise, you know, everyone would just be ramming ships into them and all sorts of things.
But like, it'd be so trashed.
But it'd be cool. I mean, God, now I want to do base jumping off of the top of ArcCorp Plaza. I mean, what harm would come from that, right?
Oh, none.
And on the subject of actually breaking the restricted area, well, for us it was a defeat, but maybe not for everyone. I'm not saying that there is no way to do it, because I'm sure somebody much smarter than us will come up with a way. I'm happy in saying that we have, like, exhaustively investigated the no-fly zones of ArcCorp, right?
Agreed. Yeah, I think so.
So we'd managed to drive around the spaceport in PTVs and Nox, but none of our approaches that we attempted was successful in actually getting into the city itself. It would definitely have been a lot of fun to repeat our Lorville experience by riding the tram around and getting out at the various stops, but ArcCorp is a much tougher nut to crack, and maybe even impossible, who knows. As always, I want to thank all of you at home for watching, and all of our amazing patrons who you can see on screen right now. The support of these very generous people is what keeps this channel going, and I'm enormously grateful to all of you for that support. And in this video, I would especially like to thank Thunderballs, who recently became a backer over on Patreon. Thank you very much, Thunderballs, for that support. It is a huge help and greatly appreciated. Thank you. We'll be back with more from Star Citizen very soon.